Hello friends, it is Richard, the Urban Warlock here. So I'm going to do one of my what I call activator readings. Okay, and basically my collective generally are going through an awakening or stuck in some kind of toxic karmic cycle, and they need a reading off me to give them a boot up the arse and try and motivate them. That's what I do. Right, okay, so we're going to go for people stuck in a toxic cycle, okay, karmic cycle. Yeah, so it can be, because it's collective, no hashtag, it can be a work situation, it can be a relationship, it can be a friendship, excuse me, family dynamic, whatever. So I'm going to give them a good mix, and we'll see what comes out. So just remember, as it is collective, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you would like to book me for a private reading, I do have recorded readings available via my Linktree, cheapest one starting at £10, or do face-to-face video chat, phone or voice notes. For those, go via the verified Instagram account. I have paid to verify it to keep you guys safe. Or urbanwarlockhealing.com. Okay, full services and prices are on there because I do other stuff as well, believe it or not. Right, so let's do a present spread first off to see where you're at. Okay, right. It's not looking too bad at the moment, so I'm wondering where the sticking point is. Right, so we've got two aces. Let's deal with those first off. So aces are about bringing in a new energy. They're not about starting something new. So it's normally, for me, an ace is about going, right, what's my long-term goal? So we've got cups relates to water, talking about something on an emotional level, and swords relates to air. So we're generally talking about the way we think and the words we use. So it's saying on an emotional level and the way I think about the situation, what's my long-term goal? What do I want to bring in that's going to make me happy? What's my kind of communication style? What thought process do I want? So although you might be stuck in some kind of karmic cycle, you are thinking a bit more long term. Okay, now we then got the Emperor, which is the divine masculine. Now in the upright position, he is a good ruler. Okay, he's firm but fair. Now where I'm kind of going with this, at the moment at least, I might change my mind, is potentially the energy that you're dealing with would normally be a toxic masculine energy. And remember, we're talking about energy, so it can be a man, woman, or somebody non-binary. So it can be a partner, friend, family member, boss, whatever. But he's in the upright position. Now, sometimes when I'm doing these readings, and he comes up in the upright position, it kind of feels like, well, he's all right at the moment. You know, we're pandering to him, so he's in happy mode. So that's kind of where I'm going. But you as a collective are starting to think about kind of changing the way you feel about the situation and the way you think about it. Right, okay. That's just confirmed it really. So we've got strength card in the reverse. So this is yourself. So you're currently dealing with a lack of strength. So although you do want to change things, you want to reassess your long-term goals, you feel like you haven't got any strength left. And surprise, surprise, we've got the King of Wands in the reverse position. So the King of Wands for me is a most akin to the Emperor. The Emperor's like all the kings combined, but for me is most akin to the King of Wands. And guess what? In the reverse position, the King of Wands is toxic masculinity. Angry, aggressive, rude, domineering, dominating. Okay, there's also a salamander in this card, which talks about change. He is refusing to change. And again, not necessarily talking about a man. Okay, overall outcome in the present. Five of Cups in reverse. So again, we're talking about something in an emotional sense. Okay, so in the standard Rider-Waite, that person's in black. They're in black because they're mourning. Okay, they're mourning the 3 cups that have fallen over. They're not noticing the 2 that are behind them. Now, the good news is that it's in the reverse position. So although you're still in this kind of period of things haven't worked out, I'm sad, things, you know, I might have lost something, lost your strength, you know, you could have lost your self-worth and your dignity, you know what I mean, because of this connection. You are starting to realise that there are other opportunities out there, and that kind of links to that Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, okay? Obstacles or blockages that you're facing. We've got the 4 of Swords, okay, so again, where we think, words we use. Now, it's not as bleak as it looks, this card. It normally talks about periods of rest, okay? Now, where I'm kind of going with this, sometimes I go a little bit left field with this, it just kind of feels like, without being disrespectful, I know it's hard when you're stuck in a karmic cycle, toxic karmic cycle, but you're not putting enough effort in, okay? For want of a better phrase, you're being a bit lazy with it, okay? Unfortunately, with karmic cycles of any sort, you have to put the effort in, okay? The universe ain't going to save you. Spirit ain't going to save you. You can't manifest your way out of it because it's a big life lesson. And the big life lesson normally is finding your self-worth, standing in your power and saying, I'm not fucking putting up with this anymore. I deserve more, I want more, and I should get more. Simple as that. Okay, you cannot sit on your arse and wait for somebody to save you. And if they do, okay, if we're talking about an actual relationship and you're stuck in this horrible toxic karmic relationship, and somebody else comes along and they kind of, knight in shining armor, whiskey off the feet, the chances are it's going to be one of two things. Okay, either guess what, they're another toxic karmic, or they will help you and then you'll end up fucking them over. Okay. I used to be very much one of these people who used to try and help and save people because I thought that's what I had to do. Learned that shitty behaviour from my father. It doesn't work. You can't save people. Okay, you can help them. You can try and build them up. You can try and give them self-confidence, but ultimately it is them because that has to do the work. And all that will happen is that they will do the work and then they will go, I've found my confidence, I've changed, I'm happy. I don't want to be around you anymore because you're not right for me. Okay, so just bear that in mind. You have to put the hard work in yourself. Removing any blockages, surprise, surprise, it's the Tower card. Dun, 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 it's the Awakening card. Okay. Now, it's not in the main spread. Okay. So take this as a warning. Okay, if you don't put the effort in, the Tower will take effect. And because the Tower card is normally something quite aggressive and like a big slap in the face from the universe, it's not going to be one of those nice softly, oh my God, everything's changed and it's amazing. It's going to be something hard. So the Tower is being struck by lightning, it's on fire, there's people jumping out, it's cracking, it's crumbling. Okay, it's been built on rocky foundation. This connection, this job, this friendship, this relationship, whatever it is, it's not right. It needs to come down. Okay, now the Tower card, if it does come into play, and we'll see when we come to the future spreads, okay, it's going to be for your long-term good, but it will be like a slap in the face. Okay, they are hard. Okay, and they're designed to trigger you into a new timeline. So if you don't put the effort in now, don't be surprised if this comes up. So that's the present spread. We're going to go into 6 months and then 12 months to give it a good overview. Okay, just to remind you, with the future spreads, bar cards like the Tower, they are not fixed. So if it does come up and it looks like you've not put the effort in, okay, and you don't like the sound of it, you can change it. Okay, so let's go to 6 months. Please go to my profile, give me a follow and go for part 2. Let's see where you're at.